We're not writing personalized notes or baking banana bread for every single short-term rental guest, but that doesn't mean that we're not adding thoughtful touches.
You got way too much free time, man.
In this video, we're sharing 6 simple perks that guests love, and the best part is they don't overcomplicate your workflow or require a bunch of effort.
These are the kinds of things that help you stand out, earn more 5-star reviews, and still keep your operations easy, especially if you're managing remotely. Let's get started.
First on our list is something that a lot of hosts tend to overlook, and that is having all of your amenities fully stocked.
There is a big difference between technically stocking something and stocking enough. Like, it's great that you left a roll of toilet paper on the roll holder, but not 2020 anymore, and we can leave a few extras under the sink.
Same for the kitchen. One trash bag or just a couple dishwasher pods is not going to cut it for a guest staying 4 nights.
We always stock basics like paper towels, hand soap, dish soap, toilet paper, in an amount that will comfortably last the guests for the whole duration of their stay, plus a little bit extra just in case.
We can't even count the number of times that guests have thanked us for leaving a whole bottle of laundry detergent instead of just a couple pods on top of the machines.
At some of the properties, we do have pods, but we're leaving the whole container, and we've yet to have a guest walk off with it.
Perk number 2 is simple, but we think it is really appreciated, and that is extra towels.
We typically leave double the max occupancy of the house. So if a property sleeps 6, then we'll leave 12 bath towels, 12 washcloths, and then usually 2 hand towels per bathroom sink.
And if the house has a pool or hot tub, we also leave 1 pool towel per guest.
Leaving out enough towels means that guests aren't having to reuse the same wet towel all the time or doing unnecessary laundry mid-trip.
No one wants to ration towels when they're on vacation, and this small gesture goes a long ways towards the guests feeling satisfied with their experience at your house, especially for longer stays or if there's kids involved.
Extra towels are an easy win, and you can find our favorite picks listed on our free sample inventory, which you can access down in the description box below or by going to arrivals.com/inventory.
Perk number 3 the guests love are snacks and drinks. We're not talking about anything fancy here. You don't need to bake fresh cookies or make a charcuterie board unless you really want to.
But a couple of simple shelf-stable snacks in a bowl or a basket on the counter will go a long way. Things like granola bars, single-serve chips, trail mix, you get the idea. These are easy wins that make a guest feel welcomed, especially after a long travel day.
We also like to leave a few cold drinks in the fridge, bottled water or sparkling water. It's one of those things that guests don't expect, but they do appreciate.
Every once in a while, we'll have a guest ask if the snacks or drinks are free or if they have to pay us for them. So it's definitely a happy surprise when they find out that they can help themselves.
And are all the snacks complimentary?
To keep it simple, we buy these things in bulk, usually from Costco, and then we keep a stock supply closet area, and either our cleaners or our property inspectors refill them before every guest stay.
Just make sure to keep an eye on expiration dates because that is something that we have missed before and we were called out by a guest. So if you're operating a single property or you're going into a slower season, skip the Costco haul and go for smaller quantities instead.
Perk number 4 is definitely something guests notice, and that is having streaming services on TVs. We almost always have a live TV option, and our go-to here is streaming TV from YouTube TV. We think it's an important amenity that most guests will appreciate, having the ability to watch local news or live sports.
TVs with a built-in Roku interface are our go-to pick because they're user-friendly and they only require 1 remote to operate. We actually did a full video on choosing the right TV and setups for short-term rentals, so we'll leave that down in the description box if you want to check it out next.
We do leave TV operation instructions in the printed house manual, but we try and make it so simple that a guest doesn't even need to read those.
Ideally, it's 1 remote, 1 click, and they're good to go. Anything more complicated just creates confusion and unnecessary questions during their stay.
Perk number 5 is sharing thoughtful local recommendations.
We keep it simple with a 1-page guide of favorites that we keep in our printed house manual on site, but you can also use the Airbnb guidebook feature to highlight a few local favorites right there on your listing.
With the printed house manual, we like to break things down by category and list a couple go-to spots for each category.
Think brunch, fast casual, bar and grill, but also some non-food related options like parks or nail salons or shopping malls.
These kind of lists are especially helpful when someone might come in from a long travel day and they haven't done advanced research or don't want to navigate Yelp reviews to find something to eat.
If you're further along in your hosting journey and you have a direct booking website, we would recommend making sure to add a blog to your website. We use ours to share more detailed local recommendations in all of the markets that we operate.
But if you're just getting started, that Airbnb guidebook feature and a one-page addition to your printed house manual are great. It doesn't take long to set up, and you really only probably need to update this once a year.
Perk number 6 is offering early check-in or late checkout when possible. This one doesn't cost anything, but it can make a huge difference in how a guest feels about their stay.
If a guest wants an extra hour at checkout and we check with our cleaner, they aren't scheduled to come right away, we'll approve that.
And if it's a friendly guest and we know the cleaners aren't going to be coming right away, we'll sometimes even reach out the night before and extend a complimentary late checkout without them even asking.
On the flip side, if someone wants to guarantee an early check-in or a late checkout more than a few days in advance, or if it's more than a couple hours or it requires us blocking adjacent nights, that is something we're definitely going to charge money for. We explain this to guests that a long request would require blocking a night, and we leave the choice up to them.
We will never approve a late checkout if we have another guest coming in that afternoon. There are just too many variables at play and the turnover time is already tight.
Same goes for early check-in requests on a same-day turnover. If a guest asks, we'll explain that and say, maybe the house will be ready early, and if it is, we'll let you know.
Check-in time is now, check-out time is never.
So there you have it, 6 perks that guests love that don't add unnecessary stress or complications to your workflow.
They aren't over the top or expensive updates. They're just things that make guests feel welcome, cared for, and probably more likely to leave a 5-star review.
If you have any small touches that guests have loved at your property, feel free to drop them down in the comments. We are always looking for new ideas.
And don't forget to check out all of our free guides and resources that we put in the description box below.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.